you to be live on that part.
Five, four,
Three. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Test, 1, 2, test. Hey, Dot, all things paranormal.
Test. Testing 1, 2. 1,
Testing.
2.
Man, I already got somebody on there. Let me see who it is.
1,
I
1, 2.
already got 2 people on there. 3. Hey, Trisha, how you doing? Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Testing 1, 2.
Testing. All our people are right there. And internet is up. Hey, this is Don.
This is John.
All things paranormal.
We're checking out some stuff here real quick. Just give us just a second. We got 1 more minute. We're on. All right.
Bloody Mary.
Hang on a minute, Holmes. Time out a minute. You don't even know the whole story of what's happening. And you're over here playing around with mirrors in the dark with a candle.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, it's Halloween season, dude.
It is Halloween season. But, you know, we got this special show going on for a special request for a person that says, hey, we want to know the history of Bloody Mary.
So here we go. We got a few things for you. It's just more than just a mirror and in the door.
There's a whole lot of history going on.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of history. I know the what is that?
Legend?
The legend. Yeah, the legend supposed to be where you had the water running in the bathroom with the mirror on, or the front of the mirror spinning around in a circle, going Bloody Mary, it's turning around in circles.
Before we get to all that, though, we need to discuss a few things here. We'd like to thank everybody for viewing. We'd like to thank our friends and family that gets over here and supports us. We also want to say a few words about a Halloween show coming up. Halloween night.
Yeah, man, it's only what, 3 weeks away?
It's getting close.
Yeah, not even 3 weeks away.
Not even 3 weeks away.
So I can't wait.
It's going to be an all-night little thing. We're going to start probably around 9 o'clock. Well, I'll say all night till we run out of tape and everything else. But it's going to be starting probably around 9 o'clock because we got the little time change coming in there too. We don't want to forget about that. And we're going to hopefully have a special guest with us. He's going to be ghost hunting with us for the first time. And hopefully we could have some things going on there.
Yeah, he bought a whole bunch of stuff from us, so that got up there and that entitled him to come along. So if y'all want to come along with us, buy a whole bunch of stuff.
we work cheap. So,
yeah, that's right.
Don't think all this stuff that we get is just, we're just pushing on it. It's actually a fundraiser for our equipment. We're able to buy cameras. We're able to go online and do shows and stuff like that. And the more stuff we have scientific, the more proof there is of stuff that's going on.
That's right. And man, all we want to do is, we just want to see what's out there, see what's up. And we want everybody to enjoy what we do. And I know we're online, we're on TV shows and stuff, and man, it's just, it's something that we just kind of fell into it. But it's man, that's the greatest thing there is. Get to do a hobby, on your pastime.
Some people go fishing, some people go hunting. Well, of course, we do both.
Yeah,
but anyway, we do fish, hunt, and we also go to.
Some of us fish and catch stuff, and then others.
Well, that's because you position the boat wrong.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. But,
yeah, you did. But anyway, we got the show tonight. We're going to be going over the history, the legend of everything of Bloody Mary.
Now and there's going to be a few other things too. So remember, we only got about 15, 20 minutes or so. Remember, 550-7384. If you want to send us a text or give us a phone call, well, you got to agree to go online, and you got to be, heard and stuff. If not, just send us a text, and we'll answer some of your questions that we know. And not everything, we know a little bit about everything. Masters of none. You know, I mean, it's just,
if not, we'll come up with the answer sooner or later.
yeah, eventually
and get back with
we'll get back with you.
So the history of Bloody Mary started out. There's actually no specific person that they said that is Bloody Mary. If you look back in the histories of things going on, it could be 3, 4, 5 different people that they all refer to, but it's all set up to where, just like he was, he's sitting in the bathroom, either have the water running, not running. It's dark. Almost every one of them, the legends is dark, and you're sitting in there with a little light or a candle, and you got to say Bloody Mary 3 times,
spinning around in circles.
Spinning around in circles. That's the one he's heard, and then different things happen to you. So, like
yeah, I heard if you flip the light on, it'll come back at you. I heard if you leave the light off, it'll come at you. So, you know, there's just not no definitive proof. If anybody has any definitive proof that Bloody Mary is there, man, give us a holler.
Yeah, come on.
We want to see Bloody Mary.
We'll get that. We want to get that on film.
That's right.
So if you want to sit up there and go Bloody Mary all night long, we'll sit there and film you. But anyway, you got several different. Probably the most prominent version of it was Mary the First, and she was off. I wrote down notes because there's so much stuff here for it. But Mary the First, she was from England. And she was kind of weird. She got her name as Bloody Mary because she took some of the Protestants, and she wanted a single religion in England, and so she had about 300 men and women, 200 to 300 men and women killed. So, and there's a couple of things too with some false pregnancies and stuff like that. She ended up getting killed herself, and but she goes down in history as Bloody Mary. They have different shows that's come out. You know, you got like Candyman.
Yeah.
You know, you sit up there and holler Candyman. You got this big old dude come running out at you, go take your head off and everything. That was kind of spooky. You got and it all seems to be stemmed with mirrors. You know, if you take a look at some of the mirrors back in the old days, they were, you know, they've been used for different things, for conduits.
Yeah. For getting up there traveling, you know, for, you know, going back and forth between parks or different areas and stuff. It's also been used as traps. You know, you take it and you make you a cube trap, triangle trap, pentagon trap, or not pentagon, but you know, like a hexagon trap, stuff like that for trapping spirits.
To trap spirits. They have things that it said that trap spirits. In the old Roman days back, they believed that if you broke a mirror, you had 7 years of bad luck. And how they designed 7 years is because they believed your soul renewed itself every 7 years. So whenever you broke the mirror, you got to wait for your soul to renew itself. That was part of the religion they had back in the Roman days. So, but anyway, the different mirrors was used as conduits. They were used as different things for. Also, you could fall into some of into the biblical days. We used to use the mirrors, and it was part of vanity. You know, they believed that some of it was kind of vain, and that was like a no-no. You have another Mary. Actually, the Mary the First was Mary Tudor. If you want to kind of look that up, she had she supposedly had 2 pregnancies, and wasn't really pregnant, from what I can understand, neither time, because she wanted to give a heir to the king, and she ended up the second time was it turned out that, you know, and she would have the where she would swell up like she was pregnant, and breast, stomach, stuff like that, but not really pregnant at all. And so anyway, they have
kind of like me on Thanksgiving.
Kind of like, yeah, on Thanksgiving.
Man, after I eat beef and turkey and stuffing.
The whole turkey.
Yeah, you'd almost think I was pregnant.
Yeah. Anyway, you got the Elizabeth Bathory, and that's probably going to ring the bell to most people. If you look down for, you got somebody ask a question, I think.
Oh, let me see what it says.
So if you got, that's the countess to where you get vampirism from. She would get up there and kill people and take a bath in the blood and stuff like that. And they,
oh, shit.
and they called her, bloody. And why they determined her name as being Mary, I have no idea. But anyway, they considered her part as Bloody Mary. But that's a whole different story to me. That falls down into the lines of like vampirism and stuff like that. And then probably the most recent one is here in the United States is Mary Worth. She was a witch, and she ended up being burned at the stake. But did all kinds of stuff. She lived over in Chicago, and she took slaves, and she would do all kinds of spells and kill them and all kinds. I mean, she was just a horrible, horrible woman. And so she ended up being burned, and it's believed she was burned either at a cemetery or her house. But the people that's had her yards and lands and stuff like that later on in time, they had they decided to rebuild because they burned everything down. And so the guy ends up having supposedly a stone that he found. And he said, "Hey, this is going to be a good stepping stone for the outside the front door of his house." So he moves that stone from probably where she was burned over to the front of his house. And then all of a sudden things started going on, and he ended up having all kinds of problems. And they think she was Bloody Mary, and ended up those people ended up burning down the house, and I think they were killed. I don't remember now, but anyway.
Were you there?
No.
Oh.
But I'm looking at the history books for it.
Oh.
And but that's what they think was the Bloody Mary for here in the United States. And she did just really unspeakable things. And if anybody happened to see American Horror Stories, where you had it was filmed in New Orleans, where there was killing slaves to become young and stuff. I mean, that's pretty much what she did in real life. I mean, it was terrible. So anyway, they burnt down the house and everything. And later on, years and years and years and years later, about our time, they'd have a big housing complex that they built out there, different housing additions. Well, the actual house where the barn was, the house was that was for the stepping stone, has been vacant, and it's been burnt down twice. So as far as I know of, as far as history, there's nobody living right there in that spot.
So man, I got another thing for you here, John. That seems like that's a big old chunk of Bloody Mary there.
That's a lot of Bloody Mary.
Man, that's a whole lot of V8 juice with some, yeah. But man, so I got another one here. I bet you didn't even think about this. That we're going to actually talk a lot faster than what we needed to. But have you ever heard of the 13th floor on a building that they don't put one?
Oh yeah.
12 to 14.
Yeah.
You know where that comes from?
Where's it?
Well, it started off over in Pennsylvania on this guy's house. It was 13 floors. And man, it had stairs and turns and twists and all that stuff. And so he would get up there, and if you made it to the 13th floor, you was a lucky person. But the thing was, is nobody made it to the 13th floor. They come up missing, gone, killed, history and all that other stuff. And all this is unsubstantiated, but it's still, that's basically where it got to start from. So nobody got up there and started building a building with floor number 13. It goes 12, 14, and they just leave it, blank, jump the floor.
I can't remember where I was at, but I actually run across a new modern building that was built that didn't have a 13th floor.
Man, even to this day, they're still doing that.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. And since we're talking about urban legends and everything like that, there's different kinds of urban legends. It's where you're driving down the road and you see the ghost on the side of the road, and they stop and pick them up, and you go down almost every town, every area seems to have some type of urban legend. Now you think, well, okay, that's just an urban legend. It's passed from one thing to another. But if it keeps going and people keeps passing it along, it still has some type of weight because somebody has experienced something.
Yeah, you can try this in your own office. Get up there and tell one person some gossip about something, and turn around. By the time it gets back to you again, they done added a whole bunch of other stuff to it, and that it was some sort of just off the wall thing. I mean, so that's basically how the urban legend stuff starts. You know, everybody wants to add a little bit, take a little away.
But there's a little
always something there that's
always
the
something there that started.
Yep, there's always a little bit of the base there. Go ahead.
They had like the urban legend of well, go ahead.
No, because
it might be another show. I hate to ruin that.
No, go ahead. Let's start this other show off.
Well, they have like the urban legends of the Caddo Indians over in up north. They have this thing that was kind of that they would scare their kids with, and they would think it was either a werewolf or a Bigfoot or something like that. That if kids would act up, they would go up there and get snatched up. So hey, look, if you don't behave, we're going to call out I don't remember the name of it right this second, and we're going to call out. Let's just call it Momo. If you don't behave, we're going to call out Momo.
Man, that sounds like a booger man when I was growing up.
That's right. So they got the legend of the boogeyman, and then we have the legend of the boogeyman. We have the legend of Bloody Mary, Sam Hague, all that kind of stuff. It all falls down upon something. That's why we bring back to the thing of the Elizabeth Bathory that was the original kind of based upon the vampire. That our modern day vampire stuff goes to, where drink the blood, bathe in the blood, stuff like that comes from, is actually a true event that really did happen.
So it ain't the Dracula guy that you see on TV?
Well, no, that goes down to Vlad the Impaler, to a different story. But what they kind of, you got the story of Dracula. It's, that when they was writing it, they would compound different things, her, him, stuff out of history to actually make us want, a little bit of drugs too, and combined all that to make one awesome story.
Yeah, man, that almost. I like that. Tell you what, I like the Nosferatu back when it was silent.
That's right.
Silent film. That's pretty bad to bone show. Didn't even have to speak, but it was enough to get up there and
do his little claw.
Yeah, scare you enough that that's a freaky looking little dude that was on there. So, man, you want to get up there? You want to talk about our show, Halloween show a little bit?
Halloween night, we're going to be setting up some stuff. If now. We got some things that's good for the weather. Weather's not going to hurt. Some things it's not. If we have really good weather, we plan on having a sound parabolic microphone outside, aiming towards the area to where people said they hear the hollering and screaming. So we're going to have that going to be broadcasting all night long. Not all night, but we're going to be broadcasting for quite a long time to see if anybody happens to hear something. If you hear something, let us know. And we can go back and review tape and stuff like that. We're going to be having cameras set up around the building because they say they hear footprints walking around and stuff walking. And then we're going to have cameras on the inside where they said they have wet footprints inside the place.
Oh, man, I can't wait about that.
Now, we get, of course, on the wet footprints, somebody's going to have to be, probably asleep or something. So we might be trying to just roll this, pretty good amount of time on through the night. And for a good long time.
Yeah, now the investigation still goes even after the cameras are off for y'all's end. We take it, we give 100% from top to bottom on the investigation all night, and stuff.
The last apparition we found over at Goliad, we was all sitting back, taking a little break. Actually, we was asleep, but yeah. Charlie was up reviewing all the evidence,
looking at the cameras,
and then all of a sudden he starts hollering and screaming, "I found one!"
Yeah, it's almost like the Ghostbusters thing whenever she got up there. I got one!
We got one!
Yeah, we got one! And he got up there and he was just, running around. Hey, man, come check this out. Come check this out. And so we go in there and check it out. And we're going, man, come on, dude. It's time to go to bed.
And then once we got that, nobody wanted to go to sleep.
Nobody wanted to go to sleep. Now we're up there walking around.
Now we're walking around again.
Yeah.
Looking at everything, trying to see if we can't catch something. Because, you only catch something every once in a while. And that was it.
Yeah, so man, if y'all got y'all hear any urban legends that y'all know about, man, send it to us on Facebook. Tag us on our video. Get up there and comment. Leave what you got. If you got anything local, man, we'd be glad to hear about Hardin County and Jefferson County and Orange County and Liberty County and all that counties around this way.
We travel. You know, we went as far out there as Marfa, Texas. That's 12 and a half hours worth of driving. So, you know, to get out there to go see if we can't catch something.
Yeah, we're also, one of these days, we're going to take it and make it out there to
Roswell, New Mexico.
We want to take it and check out the stuff out there. We can't give an actual date on that because, you know, for specific reasons. But,
yeah. But you know, depending on the weather, because I was looking at the thing about the time that we would probably be able to go. It's going to be 20 degrees, and that's pretty cold at night.
Yeah, we don't.
But,
you know,
we want to do stuff during the day too. We want to try to, you know, well, I don't want to go in on that too, because then we might wind up.
Yeah,
and anyway.
Yeah, you know, we don't have the vehicles, four-wheel drive vehicles, to make it through some of them mountains, you know, and the ice and stuff. That takes, you know, vehicles that's made for that area.
Yeah, and not be able to haul everything that we got to haul.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff to haul. Somebody popped up there. I'm not sure who it is, but let me look and see real quick.
So anyway, for the person, I don't know if you want to name them, for the person that wanted to know about Bloody Mary, I hope that satisfied your interest in it.
Oh, we just had somebody say, keep up the shows. They really enjoy them. Hey, man, I sure thank y'all. You know,
that's a big thumbs up.
Yeah, man, I sure thank all y'all for getting up there liking our shows and stuff, passing it on. That goes a long ways.
Pass it on.
You know, man, once again, you know, we always keep talking about our friends and family and stuff, but man, our friends and family and our fans, it's just
that makes it better. That makes it more exciting.
That's right. You know, it makes it where we keep on going. You know, sometimes you can get down on doing all this stuff, and man, it just keeps you going, and somebody wants you to do it. So we got up there. Any new equipment?
Not that we want to talk about it. So anyway, you gonna do your Bloody Mary?
Man, I don't know about that.
Come on, step on into it.
Yeah.
We got the camera rolling.
Yeah, no, I don't know about
that. Anyway, we might have to do that off camera. This is John.
This is Don.
All things paranormal.